Hello and welcome to Traditional Stitches FlossTube video number 44. I'm Janice Spencer, the owner of Traditional Stitches, and with me is my sidekick, Rose Heck. Hi, Rose.
Hi, Janice.
So this is a video all about the Nashville Needlework Market. You can see I've got my Western shirt on. I'm all ready to go. And
Oh, really? I didn't know that was a prerequisite. Oh, yeah. I would have gotten mine on too.
Oh, yeah, that's just, yeah, anyways.
That's all good.
Yeah, so we're not going to hit on any of our stitch alongs or anything like that today. We're just going to start the video by me talking about a whole bunch of logistical things about the Nashville market. And then Rose and I are going to go back and forth with our top picks from the market. And I don't know how many that's going to end up being. It depends on how many we double up on and how much time we have. So
yeah.
So since our shop is 24 years old this year, I've probably been doing Nashville for 18 years, I think, maybe. So it's feeling a little bit like old hat to me, and I can't wait to get there and catch up with everybody and just enjoy the time. But between now and then, I have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know when Nashville did actually start? I don't know. That's maybe an unfair question.
No, I don't know when it started. It would have been well before I started going, for sure.
Okay. That would be something I'd like to find out when it actually started. Sure. And who were the first participants and
well, I don't know if history goes back that far. Yeah. There's definitely been a few different organizations that have been managing it over the time, but if anybody knows, drop it in the comments below and we'll be interested to read.
Yeah, I'd really be interested.
So as of this morning, we have more than 420 items added to our Nashville Needlework section. Wow. We have quite a few more to go, but we're the end is kind of in sight. So that's awesome. Right. So some questions that we're getting in the shop about the process is, when is the deadline to place Nashville orders? Mm-hmm. And the answer is that there really isn't a deadline, but the sooner, the better, the easier on us. So you can order all through the market weekend. You can order aftermarket. While I'm in Nashville, I'll keep running reports from the website so that I know quantities and stuff. And if I've pre-ordered from a designer and all of a sudden there's a flush of orders, I'm just going to go back and do another order with them. So I keep an eye on that. So what do I want to say? So, and then also the other thing about getting orders in now is, if you're kitting the designs, we start building them right away today so that we have the best chance of having threads and fabric and trims and all that kind of stuff together for when I get back from Nashville as best as we can. It's not always 100% possible, but we just do the best we can. So how do we prefer that you place your order for Nashville items? Well, with Nashville and with everything, our number one preference is that you place them through the shopping cart system on our website. And that is because I can fairly easily generate reports directly from that I can use for my counts. Email orders and telephone orders go into our order spreadsheet, but it just isn't the same. So we strongly request that most orders come in through our website. Or if not through the website, email is the next best thing, because that's also electronic and trackable for me. And just thinking that I'm going to be running on the fly for those 3 days at market, and I just need everything to be easy peasy. And if you're seeing something in the social media or on another website that you'd like us to pick up for you that you don't see on our website, then email us with that, as much information as you possibly can. And if it's more than one thing, put it in an itemized list. Don't bury it in a paragraph. Okay. All right. We are happy to take multiple orders from customers. We have systems in place to combine them to help on the shipping dollar as much as is possible. Make the most of your shipping dollar. I will be back in the shop on Tuesday, March the 5th, and start unpacking. What I'm expecting to be is 8 pieces of luggage we will bring back stuffed to the brim with. So 8 pieces at 50 pounds each. You can just imagine how much stuff that is. So I land, I have one night's sleep, and then we start organizing and sorting and everything like that. So we will start shipping right away on the 5th, but I promise you that it will take a couple of weeks for us to get all the way through it all.
Right, right.
So if you're thinking about placing an advance order, what would be my suggestion as to what to focus on? Well, the first thing is the international designers, because what they bring with them to market is essentially all we're going to get. And then it'll be a few months before we can place another order for shipping from Italy or Australia or whatever. So international designers include the Primitive Hair, Manny Didonna, MTV Designs, Mojo Stitches, Fox and Rabbit, and a note on Fox and Rabbit linen. They have to ship everything from Australia. So of course they could only ship a limited amount of fabric to market. And I think it's going to be a little bit of a wrestling match to see what shops come home with it. So I'm betting that we're not going to come home with it, but we do have it listed on our website. We welcome advanced orders, and we are placing our order with them today for fabrics. And so it'll be fairly far up their queue to fill for when we get back, or when they get back. So hopefully it will only be a few weeks, maybe a couple months. So, but what can you do? Fabric is heavy.
It is, it is.
So another thing I would focus on is Nashville market exclusives. So generally on our website, we will have the word exclusive in the product title of the item. And there are lots of market exclusives. And so many that I'm having a hard time keeping them all up here. But those would be things to focus on, because aftermarket, they either won't be available to the public, or it will be some time before they are available to shops to reorder. And then the other thing I would say is things that are kits, such as the amazing designs from Kimberly at Samplers Not Forgotten that come as kits, because she only makes and brings a limited quantity of those. And so we've had years before where we've had way more orders than she had kits to supply us. So those would be a good thing to advance order. So watch our website continually over the next 10 days or so, because we still have some emails to add, emails from designers to add to the website. There's a few designers we haven't heard from yet. And Diana is just working steadily every single day to add product. And she's picking up a couple extra shifts when I'm at Nashville, so that as I find things that we need to still add to the website, I just fire off that information for her and she'll post them. So examples will be the new colors of Gentle Art and the limited edition colors of Gentle Art. Weeks Dye Works. Sometimes designers do surprise exclusives that we haven't heard of before. And so even through the market weekend, keep an eye on our website, because she'll be working really hard on that.
Okay.
So did I leave you with any questions about the processes?
The one I think I know the answer to, but it would be just to confirm this. The sooner you get an order in, the higher up you are in the queue to possibly get that order.
Yeah, we always endeavor to fill orders from oldest to newest to the best of our ability. Yeah.
So that should tell everyone that if you want something now, get it in right away. Don't wait until next week or when you're at Nashville, thinking that there is an unlimited supply. There isn't.
No, and the sooner the better. We'll still do our darndest to fill every single order as fast as we can. But we're only human beings, so we can only do so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish
exactly.
I could wiggle my nose and have all of the product jump into everybody's bag.
Oh,
but
I know.
it doesn't happen.
I know.
Anyways, it's good. Okay, so can we talk about fun stuff now?
Yeah, we can. We can.
Okay.
Now that we've got all the business done.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Okay. So I have a few things that I want to mention before we get into our top lists.
Darn.
So, oh, come on. I want to talk about Blackbird Designs.
Okay.
Yeah. So Alma has released 2 charts for Nashville that we will be picking up there.
Okay.
When I was writing my notes, we had no information on them, but since then we've had an email with a little bit more information.
Okay.
So
Okay.
by the time this video is posted, there'll be more information on our website, and we definitely suggest advanced orders for those.
Okay.
They won't sell out, but we only have so much suitcase space to bring stuff back.
Yeah.
We've also heard that Little House Needleworks is going to have a new series, but we haven't heard very much detail on that.
Okay.
There's going to be a Prairie Schooler Santa for 2024 that's been announced for Nashville, but we haven't seen him yet. But the product is up on our website, so if you know you want it, just order it.
Yeah.
Tanya from the Scarlet House just released 4 wonderful new designs, but she's not coming to Nashville, so they're not in the Nashville section of our website. So you still have to check out the new releases section of our website, as always, to see them all. Okay, I think that hits my points. So now you and I have gone through the website and come up with a top list, no firm number, because we're just going to see how it goes, of our choices from the market previews. And so we're going to talk about them, and then I'm going to insert an image of each of them into the video as we go.
Correct.
Okay. Yay. Okay. I love this part. Alrighty, you go first. What's number 1?
Emma Badman Wadford from Erica Michaels.
Oh.
Are you surprised?
Well, maybe.
Do you want to know why?
Yeah.
Have you seen that border?
Oh.
It's an alphabet.
Alphabet in the border.
It's an alphabet border. It's got 3. Yeah, 3 borders, loosely. But the second border is an alphabet, an uppercase on one side, a lowercase on the other side, and numerals on the top. And then a strawberry border at the bottom. It's gorgeous.
Oh, cool. I'm obviously going to have to look at that a little bit more closely.
You have to. It has a really unique geometric flower in a vase and a lark on the one side. It's not a geometric, and it's got a verse on it, a very well-known verse. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that one will do well.
Awesome. Okay. Inserting a picture here. Okay, mine are in no particular order. They're just actually kind of the way that I browse them on the website.
Right.
So the first one that I've got is from Lori at La Di Da. It's called One Stitch at a Time, and it's got the verse that says, "Beautiful things come together one stitch at a time." So it's just a little sampler, but it's just totally La Di Da style, and so that's one of my choices.
I missed that one. Cool.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, the next one is, and if anybody knows me, I like marking samplers. I'm not sure why, I just do. This is Maria Dean 1804 from Queenstown Sampler Design. And she is a, I take that back. She is a reproduction sampler, but she's from a boarding school. But what is unique is it's got some sort of unusual letter and number formations on the bottom, which could have something to do with being in a boarding school. Does it have something to do with classmates, numbers? I don't know. It's a monochrome marking sampler, and it's just different. So kind of.
Well, Barbara of Queenstown does tend to do some historical research on those. So when the charts come in, we'll have to have a peek and see if there's any information about that.
Yeah, this one makes me really curious. So, well, it's not like your showy one type of thing. It definitely has historical, things to it. So that one draws me in.
Okay, great. My next one is a needlework press chart that we're just putting on the website this morning. Vicki, just somehow it didn't get to be in her new release email. So it's called the MH 1860 sampler, and you've probably seen snippets of it on Instagram. It is so pretty.
I may have seen snippets, you're right.
Yeah, so it is subtitled A Cheerful 19th Century Sampler, and it really is. And so it's a smaller sampler, but the colors are awesome, and I just think it's so pretty. So be sure to check that one out, and here's a picture of it. Okay, what you got next?
Sarah Chittleberg, 1819, from a new company, Hyack Stitching.
Okay, and so that was my number 3 too.
Okay.
So funny.
So both of us.
Yeah.
I love a Norfolk sampler. So this one is really neat with that one dividing band that has the cartouches, and it's very organic. The scenes, the deer and the trees. I really like this one. So
yeah. The Norfolk samplers are so identifiable and just also aesthetically pleasing, in addition to the idea that their grouping is trackable and, historically we can look into it. This particular sampler, the antique, came from the collection of the Fellers. So there's a little bit more history there too. Right. So. Yeah, that was my number 3. So my number 4 is Fox and Rabbits and Harper 1839 sampler. So it's a nice typical tall sampler. It's an adaptation of an antique. It's not actually a reproduction. But when I put up the picture here and you look at it, look for the horizontal vine that's kind of in the middle of the sampler. It would be so much fun to stitch.
Nice.
So here it is.
Okay.
Alrighty. And then your next choice?
I should have left this one for last. I think this might be my favorite of all. Grayscale, 1838, from Little Robin Designs. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yep. We have very similar tastes. Who's not to love big cats, big cats and griffins? Plus the color. This one is absolutely gorgeous. So.
Yeah. So that is from Little Robin Designs. And she also did a separate chart that is fragments of the Grayscale sampler. Right. So where you take little bits out of it. So when I was looking at these, the Grayscale sampler is very, very similar to the Charlotte Clayton sampler. The one that was the fundraiser for Fort Worden, it is very similar. So I don't know anything about historical ties between them, but there's obviously something. But it's worth looking at. And we do have the Charlotte Clayton sampler chart in stock too, if people are into companion type designs. So yeah, it's a beautiful sampler, and it's been very, very popular in the shop for Nashville releases.
Good. Okay, your next one?
My next one is Plum Street Samplers Spring Blessings Cushion. So it's just a little pin cushion that has a vine and a lady with a big deer and a little deer and birds, and it's just jam-packed with stuff, but it would be a really nice quick little stitch to throw in with all these big samplers we're talking about.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so
I
pretty.
agree. Nice. Okay, my next one is Vibrant Flowers from Kathy Barrick. This one kind of speaks for itself. You know, the large organic flowers, the large house. It's gorgeous, the colors. Yeah.
Who's that talking in the background?
My kitty, he is lonely. He wants a lap.
Oh,
And he's hiding on me. Okay, he wants to join in.
okay. Well, makes for
We
a
can
nice
do this.
Yep.
Okay, your next one?
My next one is Hands-On Designs Botanical Bee. So
Yes.
that's the round one on the bright blue linen.
Oh, yes.
That with all the colors in it, it just really speaks to me.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah, doesn't it though?
yeah,
Yeah,
here's a picture of it so everybody can see what we're talking about. Okay, what have you got next?
Anne Newton from Carden Antiques and Needlework.
Yes.
I did get the name right now. 1838. And just, I know what it is about this one. I mean, it's got the big house. It's very balanced. It's got a rooster. It's got 2 girls on either side. So 4 girls total. And I've watched other people talk about this piece, but what I have picked up from it is it looks like 2 of the girls have bathing suits on of that era. That's what it reminds me of. So if you look at some of these old-fashioned 2-piece swimsuits, that's what the red bathing or the red outfits remind me of. I could be wrong, but yeah, I can't unsee it now.
All righty. I kind of ran out of lists. So what else have you got happening there? It's because we had so many duplicates.
Yeah, okay, okay. I can't talk about this list without talking about Stacy Nash. And I really couldn't figure out which ones I liked the best. I like them all. So I'm going to just name one of her 3 animal crackers, but people have to go check them out and her whole list. And that is Bobbin by Stacy Nash. So it's a little 3-dimensional mouse, and it has a little, is it a pin cushion or a scissor fob? But they have it so that you use an actual bobbin to sit the mouse on top of, I believe. I know when you put the picture, people will actually see it. So it's very cute. It's one of those, yeah, I wrote down cuter than cute. So enough said.
Oh, good.
So. And is there anything else that I really feel I should talk about? I'm going to talk about the Artsy Housewife.
Yes.
And for people that are not familiar with her, she's newer on the scene. She has an art background and it shows. And the one that I really like is called Geraldine's Flowers. And it's a grizzly bear with a pot of flowers on top and a very unique border. Her borders are very unique. But this grizzly bear is so lifelike. It looks like it just came out of the woods, woke up from its sleep. It looks a little grumpy, a little tired, and it looks very realistic. So I really like that one.
Well, I'm glad you put that way, because in looking at her designs as we were listing them on the website, they are appealing, but it's so different from anything that I usually stitch that I couldn't really put my finger on what was appealing to me.
Yeah, yeah. She's very good at animals and realism. So, but she combines it with either Art Deco, Nouveau kind of look. So she does combine, and she has a real eye for art. So
awesome. Good. Well, I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, I've got a few more, but I think people just need to go and look on the website, and that kind of gives I think, a good smattering of
Yeah.
different interests. I think most people that know you and I know that we tend to lean towards samplers, whether they're a reproduction or original, but there are smalls too that you need as palette cleansers.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Well, and we'll see what kind of surprises we come back with too there. I'm sure there will be a thing or two.
Yeah.
So our next video is going to be on March the 14th to launch the second part of our Ann Johnson stitch along, which I've been stitching away on, and I know you finished the first month segment, and yeah, it's so enjoyable, and we're seeing so many great posts on social media too. Yeah,
I had to hold myself from starting the house.
Well, you're going to have to come to the shop because we finally got that color of Swasserfine we've been waiting for the Hannah Campbell sampler. So then you can pick that back up and put that thread in where it needs to be, and I'll be able to finish my Hannah Campbell sampler.
Good, good.
Yeah. Yeah, so
maybe this weekend, maybe, yeah, okay.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure how much stitching is going to get done in the next 4 or 6 weeks, but that's okay. It's all good. Nashville's only once a year, so we'll just make our way through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good.
All righty. Well, thanks for doing this with me. It's always so much fun.
This was fun. Yeah. Now you have the work of editing, putting everything up.
And hopefully it doesn't take 4 tries to upload it again this time, because I got lots of things to do today. So
Right. I hear you.
Okay. Well, I hope you have a great day, and we will see you soon.
Sounds good. Have a good day too.
Thanks, Rose.
Thanks,
Bye.
Janice. Bye-bye.